Aye. All opposed say the same. Motion carries as presented. I have a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Motion by Kevin, second by Anna. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say the same. Motion carries as presented. Public comments. If you don't have any at this time, anybody would like to give this morning? Okay. Next we are on to our action items. I have a motion. Sorry. No, nothing for the, okay. And then the, superintendent's report.
All right, so we've got some pretty awesome stuff coming up. We've got some concerts for both middle school and high school. Tuesday, you can check out Josh's daughter singing if you'd like to do that. And on Thursday, we've got a couple of saxophone players going. So come check out the musical styles of our talented children. That'd be great. And then just a reminder that school is on break from the 23rd through the 4th, and our next board meeting then is not until January 13th. There's no work session this month. I did want to give an update on the property purchase, the Meyer property. Looks like we're going to be closing this week, probably on Friday. And then ironically today, I also got a phone call from the farmers who are currently farming that property, and they are interested in continuing. So we mentioned this before, that if we purchase the property, the district has 2 years where we could lease that out and not have to pay any taxes on it. So especially for the first 2 years while we consider what to do with that property, it's probably going to be in our best interest. So I'll probably come to you with a recommendation once I get with the, once the sale is finalized, and get with the farmer and allow them to continue to rent that property to farm for the next couple of years. So that's moving right along. Pretty exciting. Next up, we have our bullying and discipline reports. Again, this is for the first quarter. The first quarter is July, August, and September. No school at all in July, just a few days in August, and then of course a few in September. So the first report is usually pretty sparse. Not much stood out to me other than, I don't know if you noticed, seems like the incidence at the younger grades is highest. So preschool, kindergarten, and first grades where we're seeing a lot of our behaviors. And that just emphasizes the need for our MTSS that we're doing, our behavior interventions, focusing our mental health supports at those earlier grades. If you looked at the reports, the later grades from Oakwood, middle school and high school, it seems like the incidents were all down a little bit this year from last year, so that's good. It's a good start. So, again, not a lot of data in this first report, but I wonder if anybody else had anything that they saw they had a question about? All right. And then a couple of others. The one thing I didn't, somebody mentioned, so we talked at the work session about the enrollment numbers and talked about school of choice a little bit, and someone asked about getting that breakdown of where we bring kids in for school of choice and where our kids go out for school of choice. And I looked and I didn't realize that report is not done yet. I can give you last year's report, but I think you're looking for this year's information. If you want last year's report, I can do that, but this year they said it won't be ready for a little bit because fall count just got certified. Everybody's fall count just got certified about a week ago. So unless I hear otherwise, I'll probably just plan on waiting until this year's report comes out, and I'll share that with the board. And then, anything else? Oh, there's one other thing going on. I want to acknowledge the fact that we have 2 board members who are here for the last board meeting, and just want to say how much we appreciate what they've done. Kim, you've been on the board now for 6 years. You've been a part of a lot of positive change, a lot of positive growth. Been a real advocate for kids, and we appreciate very much all that you've done. And you guys have which one's which? Okay, we have a certificate for you for your years of service, and also a gift. I'm told you can either open now or open later, it is your choice. But we all thank you so much. 6 years, a lot of service, and a lot of time you put in, and we appreciate you. And Corey, yours was a short term. A lot of us wish it was a longer term, but that's okay, we'll forgive you. But you've overseen a lot of great things, and appreciated getting to work through these last couple of years. I think it's been a great experience, and hopefully you've enjoyed your time on the board. And again, we appreciate your influence and the things that we've seen you speak in since you've been on the board. So, certificate and a And I believe that is all I have for superintendent comment.
Yours? Okay. Board comments, and we'll go with my left. All right, committee? Josh?
First of all, I just want to, I know a lot has been done inside my personal role as a family. We have a lot of kids in the community that were very closely connected to other kids. A lot of family members who were very close to them. And so I wanted to say a public thanks to the school and all of the administration, staff, leadership, everyone who pulled together to make it a special time. I think that has impacted a ton of families and has actually made the grieving process much more as palatable as what it can be for something like this. And so special thanks to everyone within the district that helped connect with events and services and just individual personal connections with kids that are struggling with those things. I've heard numerous stories of people being impacted by that individually. So thanks to everyone who's involved with that. And then next, Kim, thank you for serving on the board. I've had the privilege of serving with you for 6 years, and I really appreciated the way you've always driven to have us be informed by data, and not just how we feel on things. And so I've always appreciated that about you. And then how you always tried to put everyone, even kids that have nothing to do with your family or other things, you're just always putting kids first. And so I appreciate all of those things while working with you. So thank you for your service to the district and the community. And then Corey, too, for stepping in. We only worked together for 2 years, but it's been a privilege. You've done a great job as the president, and you've helped lead the board and foster great communication, conversation. So thanks for your time and service as well. Thank you.
Well, Josh pretty much took up everything. Yeah, and very pleased about everything that was done in the community and in our district. I forgot to pick up my shirt from the high school this morning, so hoping I'll be able to pop in there. But also congratulations for the 6 years and 2 years for Kim and Corey. I really appreciate both of you, your insight, your comments, your just the way you've looked into things for us, and that has really been a true asset to us, so I thank you both.
And I'm going to echo on those two. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Corey, for your time, your effort, all of the hard work that you put into this school board. Appreciate it.
Echo away. Again, the way the school, the district handled the loss of a student, I think was done very well, and with respect to everybody's feelings, I really, being able to have a kind of like visual in the gym was, I think right thing, and it was done very well, and I appreciate that. And then Kim and Corey, I appreciate, your commitment to the school and your time. It is a big time commitment, and I appreciate both of you guys' wisdom on the board. Thank you.
It's definitely gonna sound like an echo chamber today, but we can't not say it because it just wouldn't be right. So, my personal condolences to the Fitton family as well, and same thing, I echo how it was handled. I think one thing that, I mean, I have younger kids who are much younger, and so we think about the kids and direct impact, but the impact was felt far, far down with the younger kids in some of the youth basketball and stuff. And so I know my son personally, he really struggled, looking up to a lot of things. So I appreciate how that was handled. Looking forward to honoring them tonight still. So I also appreciate moving this meeting so that we can all have the ability to go to that. So that's thanks. Thank you for that. Kim, I appreciate your service. You've done a great job. You are always respectful. Disagreements, you have taught me a lot through that. It's great. So I really, really appreciate the way that you think and have challenged me to think differently or to find another perspective for some things. So that's awesome. Corey, I am sad that this is your last meeting. Obviously, Corey and I learned a lot together. We stepped in. I think you've done an amazing job as president, fostering things, putting personal feelings aside, great communication, fantastic leadership. The president and the vice president have a substantial role that doesn't always get seen here. The amount of time that they spend taking phone calls and meeting with Dr. Cooper, and it's a massive amount of work. I appreciate that. We will miss you here.
So I, again, want to send my condolences to the Fitton family. Unfortunately, when things like this happen, you get the benefit of seeing how a community comes together, how a school comes together. And that is, one of the reasons that I think that we live in such a great place is that the community will stand behind a family in need. And the Fitton family have definitely, been our part of Annandale, so it was absolutely felt, from older to absolutely much younger kids. So thank you, Dr. Cooper, and for making investments and allowing those to happen. I want to thank the community. I want to thank Dr. Cooper, staff of Annandale, the board. It's been a great 6 years, some greater times than others. But I appreciate the way we've been able to work together as a board, disagree, but still make a decision that we feel is best for the Annandale community. So my best of luck to the board this coming year and the years to come to continue that.
Kim? I'd like to, condolences to the Fitton family, and, to echo what, Liz talked about, was how far things reach. And people from other school districts reach out and talk about how we handle things. My church didn't know the family, they want information, because they heard what our school was doing. So, yeah, big hats off to, Garth, our staff. Thank you. I had a short term, I want to thank some people while I was here. Thank you, my wife Linda, who always sat back and supported me. Thank you. I want to thank all the board members. And working through tough times, working through difficult situations, and honoring everybody's 1/7 of the vote. It's your call. We don't want to vote a certain way. That's your prerogative, and we were all courteous and gracious to one another. And I thank you for your grace toward me. Thanks to Amy. Amy, we had been in contact quite a bit, and thanks for always keeping me in mind. Kim, thank you. Thank you for all your service. 6 years is a long time, and I only served 1/3 of that, and I think that your wisdom, I recall a moment when we were in discipline committee, and you really tied things together, and it was just a small thing that you did there. But thank you for everything you've done for the last 6 years for the community. Special thanks to Dr. Cooper. I spent most of my time in contact with you, texting, phone calls, sitting in your office. You listen to me, you telling me things over and over again. Thanks for your patience and having an open door and always wanting to listen and work through issues. I'd like to say that board members and incoming board members, our next meeting is very busy. Don't make the mistake I made, new members coming in, not knowing the process, okay? A lot of fireworks happened in our first meeting that didn't have to happen, and while I'm not, how can I put this, I'm not ashamed of what happened, I'm ashamed of how it happened. If that makes any sense to anybody, I don't care if it does, but it's from my heart. But there's a lot of information on that meeting. Understand the agenda. If you want to get things done, communicate and work with Garth. Okay? Everybody, be ready for that meeting.